why did you write this book? And why do you think it's so important for parents to learn that this new set of strategies and tools to deal with their kids?
I'm so glad you asked that, truly. So I, last time we spoke, I don't know if I spoke to this point, but I did not set out to write a parenting book. I've done that before, and I kind of felt like, oh, I've talked about being available as a parent and putting your fear and your judgments and your ego aside. I think I've said my piece, in terms of like getting that out there to the masses. And then in the last 4 or 5 years, I've seen so many dramatic changes in the landscape of being a tween and a teenage child and even a younger child, and even being a young adult, that have happened really, really rapidly. Like, I feel like there's been a shift in the meaning and the challenges of adolescence that have taken place in the last 5 to 10 years on the long end. And I don't think there's many of us who have the luxury of the scope of seeing this, but those of us who are in therapy rooms or who are social workers in high schools and middle schools, there's a few of us who kind of see it. And so I have this group chat and we talk every once in a while. Have you seen this more lately? Yes, I have. I'd never heard of this before. And so I wanted parents to feel like, okay, there's this massive new set of challenges for your kids and for you that are new on the horizon that didn't exist in 2011 when I published my first book. And there are also things you can do to ease your child's way through these challenges and to connect more deeply with them through them as well. But if you don't know anything about them, then you're parenting in the dark a little bit. And that these days feels like a dangerous place, given the shift in the social media landscape, the fact that I think about your kids, Rob, your kids are of that age where they don't remember a world without an iPhone or an iPad, or social media or pop-up notifications of something awful happening in the world. And so then there's vaping and juuling and this familiarity with mental illness and the medications and drugs affiliated with all of this stuff. So a lot of things have changed very, very rapidly with this kind of rapid information age. And along with that come parenting challenges because our kids are growing up super, super fast. Like your oldest is almost of the age that I would argue adolescence now starts, as opposed to 12 or 13, because they are so inundated with adult-like information at really, really, really young ages. So as parents, we need to be really aware of that, and we can start engaging in we can and we need to start engaging in these conversations earlier and earlier in our kids' lives, even if that is a really kind of almost repugnant thought to us. We still need to be able to do that because our 8, 9, 10-year-olds are being exposed to data, information, alarming information at times. And if we are blind to that, then they're alone in that landscape. And I think that's a really, really difficult place to be as a child.